Okay, trade talks with China resume in Washington today, but our Charlie Gasparino has been reporting that when administration officials were in Beijing, Treasury Secretary Steve Mnuchin had Peter Navarro and Larry Kudlow put in a holding room, a waiting room outside, so he could conduct talks himself, one-on-one. This reportedly happening after an alleged verbal confrontation between Navarro and Mnuchin. Interesting. Joining us now to give us the lowdown on all of this, Larry Kudlow, National Economic Council Director. Larry, is that pretty accurate, how I describe what happened?
I don't know exactly what a holding room is.
It's the room outside the main room, like a lady in waiting.
You don't want to be.
Yeah.
All I can say is I was in a lot of rooms, very lovely rooms. The Chinese premises were superb. We have a very strong negotiating team. That doesn't mean there aren't occasional differences in tactics and so forth. I get all that. But I will say this. There's a lot of misreported, gossipy stuff that never went on. And the most important thing is we're back this week, today and tomorrow. Vice Premier Liu He is going to be leading the Chinese delegation. He's the top dog. He's going to be bringing the varsity A team with him, the ones we met a few weeks ago in Beijing. We also expect that they may well have a proposal for us, which would extend the conversation and permit additional negotiations. In other words, I'm kind of positive on this story. We'll be glad to have this discussion. It's absolutely central to the president's trade and economic policy.
But you know, Larry, these reports do give the question, is the Chinese delegation seeing a unified response from the United States? Because reports of shouting and cursing between Mr. Navarro and Mr. Mnuchin. Listen, you were in the so-called waiting room. Was Peter Navarro pacing up and down, really steamed?
You know, I was in a lot of meetings over there, okay? So if I got an hour break to have a cup of coffee and a little rest, you know, you don't get much sleep. I was perfectly okay with that. I didn't hear any shouting. I didn't hear any cursing, at least not in English, and I don't speak Chinese all that well. So I can just say this is a very overrated story, and it ain't much of a story. Just gossip, for heaven's sakes. Look. We have an opportunity here. Let me try to make this point from the president's policy standpoint. We have an opportunity here to bring some significant changes in Sino-American trade policies. Changes that, by the way, will make for fairer and more legal trading practices. We are asking the Chinese to change their approach in a number of areas, not least of which, of course, is the technology problems, but to open their markets, to lower their trade and non-trade barriers, to allow additional American exports, which will lead to a lower trade deficit. This will be great for American growth. I think it'll be great for China and world growth. The president is the first guy in several decades, you know this, not only to raise the issue with China, but to stick to it with backbone. And that's what these negotiations are all about. We are representing the president's views. It's going to take a while to evolve this stuff, but I think it's terribly important, and I think the rest of the world is very interested in these negotiations because they will be affected. The rest of Asia, Latin America, and Europe. So this is big-time stuff, and let's not waste it on frankly, phony gossip stories.
Absolutely agree. Let's move on. Listen, I wanted to ask you about the reversal of the ban on that Chinese telecom giant ZTE. Is that an example of the president saying, okay, look, I'll do some trading with you. If I give you this, you give us that. Is that kind of what's behind this?
No, I wouldn't put it in that way. Look, President Trump and President Xi have a very decent relationship. They're talking all the time. And this is a big issue for China. For us, by the way, as Wilbur Ross has said in Beijing a couple weeks ago and continues, this is not a trading issue. We regard it as an enforcement issue. This telephone equipment maker has violated a number of American statutes and needs to be dealt with accordingly. Actually, 3 times, if I'm not mistaken, 3 strikes. So I guess the president and Xi perhaps asked us, would we take another look at the remedies? The remedies. I don't hear yet discussions of waiving it, nor I think most people think that punishment should be waived. But they're going to look at the remedies. Some people are feeling they were too harsh. Mr. Ross has said merely that he has been asked by the president to look at it again. So I'm going to keep the expectations very low there. If you break American law, you're in trouble. And I don't care what country you're from. So President and Xi are talking about this. It's a good faith talk. Okay, those two get along very well. We'll see what happens with the telephone company.
And very quickly, Larry, while we have you, I just want to get to the economy. We have a few negative economic headwinds. We have oil and gas on the rise. We see the 10-year yield at 3.1%. And we also got news that the birth rate has fallen to the lowest level in, well, close to 30 years. Are you concerned about any of this?
Look, the short answer is no. I mean, a 3.01 10-year is a very low long-term interest rate. And the fact that it has picked up a bit is a sign that the American economy is growing more rapidly. And that's the key point I want to make. You take a look at the recent numbers. Strong industrial production, strong retail sales. Before that, good, solid, strong employment. Capital spending, right? Business equipment spending, which was really the driver of the economy missing in so many recent years, is now picking up. Undoubtedly, at least from my view, because of the new lower tax rate and expensing incentives that the Trump tax package, the Trump GOP tax package produced. This is great. This is terrific. And I'm looking at the Atlanta Fed. The GDP Now report is posting better than 4% growth in the second quarter. We have been on a 3% trajectory. This is all very, very good stuff. I'm quite optimistic. Profits are soaring, and believe it or not, there's some optimism in our economy. Let's not forget that key point. Much more important than holding rooms in Beijing
I
is
couldn't agree more.
The optimism in our economy. So that's kind of my pitch this morning. And for heaven's sakes, it's actually once in a while based on facts.
There you go. Heard loud and clear, Larry Kudlow. Great stuff. Thank you very much for taking the time. We appreciate it.